Jason Chauvin has a preview in sports. Jason?
Thanks, Danny. With the season finally starting to change, that means we get to focus on indoor sports now. As the Macomb High girls swim team was in action on Tuesday, stick around to find out if they were able to come away with a victory as they hosted Galesburg High School at the MHS pool. And JT Greider has a quick look at the weather. JT?
Fingers there. And crossing the fingers for the Leathernecks coming up this week, right, Jason?
The game doesn't get much bigger for the Leathernecks this weekend, but first, the WIU women's basketball team returns to Western Hall as they played host to William Jewell in their first exhibition game of the year at Western Hall. Find out if they were able to start the season on a high note. And the WIU football team travels to the University of South Dakota to take on the Coyotes. Find out if there is any extra motivation this week as the Leathernecks face former head coach Bob Nielsen. All that coming up next on Live at 4. Welcome back to Live at 4. The Macomb High girls swim team returned home to host their first home meet in almost a month. The Lady Bombers played host to Galesburg High School on Tuesday. Coach Anthony Blom prepping his girls before the home meet. Once again, Marin McIlvaine-Newsad in the 50-yard freestyle sets the tone early in the heat, staging her win as she goes on to beat Haley Glasinovich in a tight race. Then in the 100-yard butterfly, Megan Jackson, she comes up neck and neck with Galesburg's Kyra McGill off the first wall, but in the end, Jackson pulls ahead in this one, beating out McGill. She gives the Bombers the point, and she gives the Bombers the advantage. As the Bombers are trying to separate themselves in this one, Maya Baidgare takes the lead and continues it all the way to the finish in the 100-yard freestyle. Now, the Bombers in this next race have to work together here as it's a relay. The Lady Bombers are testing the silver streaks in the 200-yard freestyle. One after another, they go to have all four of the Bomber girls beat out Galesburg with a sizable lead in this long 200-yard race. The Bombers taking the point in this one. The Bombers are trying to stay alive in this to finish off in the pool. Tell me if you've heard this one before. McIlvaine-Newsad grabs the win and dominates in first place in this race, and she's followed by Macomb High's Allison Jackson as she gets second place in the 100-yard backstroke. But that would not be enough for the Bombers as they would fall in this one. Although the Bombers tried to close the gaps against the Galesburg, they still came up short with the final score, Galesburg Silver Streaks 103 and Macomb High 65. Shifting over to the basketball court now, the WIU women's basketball team took the court in preseason action against William Jewell on Tuesday. The early preseason test scheduled to see where the team is at after practice and heading into the season. Men's basketball head coach Billy Wright was in the house to watch. Towards the end of the first quarter, Jasmine Patrick misses the putback, but Morgan Bloomer says thank you very much, swipes it, and lays it in herself. WIU up 19-16 after one. The Cardinals starting to heat up, though. Hayden Butler for three from the corner, beating the Leathernecks at their own game from the perimeter. Leatherneck head coach J.D. Gravina trying to draw something up here as Taylor Hanneman, formerly McClintock, with the runner. She finished the game with 11 points in 18 minutes. 2:35 in the second quarter, Anne-Marie Bowe knocks down another tray for William Jewell to put the Cardinals up 32-27 late in the half. Now, Taylor Higginbotham sends a pass from the corner over to Emily Clemens. She drills the three from the top of the key. She finished the night with 15 points. Waning seconds of the first half now, Clemens this time dishes it to Hanneman, who drills the triple at the buzzer. WIU trails 36-35 going into half. The Leathernecks were unable to finish the exhibition game with a victory. They fall victim to William Jewell 69-66. Emily Clemens led the way for the Leathernecks with 15 points. Another exhibition game is scheduled for Wednesday, November 2nd at 7 p.m. against another William Penn. Staying with WIU now, the Leatherneck football team will hit the road to take on the University of South Dakota Coyotes, who are coached by former Leatherneck head coach Bob Nielsen. WIU head coach Charlie Fisher talks about the team's motivation heading into the game.
Well, for me, the vibe is, whatever motivates you, that's fine. That's okay. But, we got deep respect for what South Dakota's doing. They're winning close games. They're a lot like us in many ways. They're playing hard and finding ways to win games. And at the end of the day, it's two teams against each other that are trying to win a football game. There's emotion in every game for different reasons.
The Leathernecks take on the Coyotes this Saturday in Vermilion, South Dakota, and kickoff is set for 2 p.m. That's it for sports. Buckle up for high school football playoffs this weekend. Final word is next.